What's up, people? I'm Shaggy, the Opinionated Hippie, continuing my deep dive into Weird Al's studio catalog as my own personal dedication to Dr. Demento, who recently announced his retirement after turning on generations after generations to novelty music and to acts such as Weird Al. To where I first heard Frank Zappa, who is the reason I started this channel. So there's a connection. Gonna do all of his studio albums in order one by one and then rank them among the others. So today I will be discussing and then ranking Alpocalypse, his 13th, which came out in 2011. This one is fantastic. I had an absolute blast listening to this, and I'm kind of getting sad that this project is coming near its end. I think this is the penultimate album from Weird Al. I think I only have one more left after this. And he has been really, really strong in this latter part of his career. I was sort of expecting your typical, any artist that has a career more than 2 decades, you generally see a drop at some point. This might be his best album yet. I'll let you know at the end of this video what I decided. But I think part of the reason, personal connections to me, there's 2 songs which have a very, not a personal emotional connection to me, but are in my life a lot. So hearing these versions made me happy. I also think the genres that he's chosen to cover, he does a couple older artists. He has a lot of songs that are contemporary. Maybe this is just a really strong era contemporarily, late 2009, 2010, 2011. Pretty good year for pop music. The hip hop track he picks is perfect. It's just, everything kind of works. And I think maybe the best thing about this album is he does a lot of, for lack of a better phrase, sincere singing. He's not doing that sort of cartoonish Weird Al, I'm trying to play this weird character type voice. He's singing these songs a little more, I don't know if earnestly is the right word, it's probably not, but yeah, the guy can sing. And when he tries to fit more comfortably into these other pop songs like Worlds, it kind of works. And this is a really fun album. And I really don't think there's a song on here where I was like, oh, that was really bad, or that was cringeworthy, or I'm like, again, this is a little too pure for me, or just, I don't know. I don't know, just not my cup of tea. I didn't really feel that much on this album. I think from start to finish, it was just banger, banger, banger. Plus, it definitely has one of, maybe 2 of the best things he's ever done, easily, I think, are on here. Just fantastic stuff. All right. Opens up with Perform This Way, Lady Gaga, Born This Way. And it's kind of about Lady Gaga. It's literally about the way she performs and how she's just going to, own herself and be this awesome performer. Of course, it gets more ridiculous and it becomes a Weird Al version of crazy things. But there is one part which I thought was pretty cool. He says, I'll even sing in French. And then he sings in French. And what he sings in French is Express Yourself, a Madonna song, which I thought that was pretty good. Weird Al. There's a lot of those really good little moments in this lyric-wise where Weird is just, all the little finest touches are on it. Next is what might be the greatest Weird Al song of all time, CNR, Charles Nelson Reilly. If you do not know who Charles Nelson Reilly is, go to YouTube as soon as you're done with this video. Look for Match Game PM, or it might have been just Match Game. Just Match Game. No, the daytime versions were somehow crazier than the nighttime versions. Match Game from the mid to late 70s. Game shows need to be like that more often, because and Charles Nelson Reilly was on that. And as great as he is, make sure Brett Summers is sitting next to Charles Nelson Reilly, because those 2 are just lights out hilarious. But this is sort of a... CNR is sort of a White Stripes, Dead Leaves and Dirty Ground, Chuck Norris lyric tribute to Charles Nelson Reilly. All the crazy things he can do. He had his very own line at the DMV, is one of my favorite lines. It sounds like the White Stripes. If you know Charles Nelson Reilly, he deserves this. He is owed this. Watch the video. There's a video for this that's pretty good. But one of my all-time favorite Weird Al songs. I saw this live. He played the Fun Fest in Austin, Texas, and he was the headliner on Friday night, or maybe he was headliner on Thursday night. It was a soft opening Thursday night thing. He headlined, and he plays the videos of the songs on the background. At least he did for this one. And that's where I discovered it. And I was like, oh yeah, just really, it's one of the greatest songs ever. Next is TMZ, which is You Belong With Me, Taylor Swift song. Absolutely love this. One of the personal connections is I was teaching kindergarten when Taylor Swift became big. I've been teaching kindergarten for a while. There is at least one kid in my class, usually it's half my class, who are in love with 1, 2, 3, a dozen Taylor Swift songs. And we listen to them and we play them. And so I am a huge Taylor Swift fan. I think she is talented. But the melody alone in this TMZ song, the Taylor Swiftness of it all is enough to like win me over. And it's about TMZ, which I don't know if that's international, but it's definitely a show here in the States where it's just celebrity. Hey, I saw somebody walk out of a Starbucks and there was a tear in their stocking. You know, that kind of stuff is like legitimately the stuff they can report at their most extreme and ridiculous. And this is making fun of that. And I think this has aged really well because Taylor Swift was big back then when Al wrote this, but the sort of a level of fame that she has now, I'm sure the world devotes way too much time to her personal life. Her music is fantastic, but we don't need that much attention on her personal life, I would argue. So the song and the topic and the sort of what the song is about and the fact that it's a Taylor Swift song, again, this is one of those instances in which there's a next level to it and Weird Al has nailed it. Skipper Dan is next, which is this sort of Weezer-esque 90s power pop. It's got a nice little organ line in there, a nice little cheesy keyboard line that's in there that's very Weezer-esque. It's about a kid who's like an actor all of his life, you know, high school, college, and then he finally, you know, gets into the real world and ends up as a tour guide on Disney's Jungle Ride. It says the Jungle Cruise, never actually makes a Disney reference. But it just works. His voice is like kind of sincere. He's not too cartoonish. It's actually kind of good 90s power pop. And yeah, it's not too ridiculous of a song. Next we get the polka melody medley, which is called Polka Face. All right, connecting to Lady Gaga. And of course, Poker Face is the first song that they reference. I really, really enjoyed this, and I think it's just because the songs that are used and the snippets, it's all really, really good pop music. Pop hooks were strong in like 2010-ish. We get Poker Face, we get Britney Bitch, Womanizer, Right Round, Florida, Day and Night, Kid Cudi, Need You Now, it's 1:15. I love that song. Lady Antebellum, Baby, Justin Bieber, So What, Pink, I Kissed a Girl, Katy Perry, Fireflies. Completely forgot about the existence of that song. That was just such an odd, huge hit, I always thought. I don't know why. Fireflies, Owl City, Blame It, Jamie Foxx. That was great. Maybe the highlight of this medley. Replay by Ayaz. Is that you say it? Ayaz? Ayaz, right? Down by Jay Sean. Break Your Heart by Teo Cruz. And then some polka song. And then TikTok by Kesha. It's really good. I like it. Just, yeah, it works. Next, one of the other absolute surprises on this album that blew me away, Craigslist, a Doors tribute. Kicks off with the organ coming in. We get this kick. We're off into this sort of guitar frenzy, sort of like When the Music's Over. Very When the Music's Over, Little Roadhouse Blues, LA Woman, just that kind of like bluesy, jammy, Ray Manzarek heavy type sound. It's about some guy who's on Craigslist who can get you anything you want. Anything. You want styrofoam peanuts? He's got styrofoam peanuts. We even get like a part where we come down and we get some narration, an open letter to a snotty barista, do your like Jim Morrison theatrical middle part. And then at the very end, it gets really, really quiet. And then we get this Morrison just existential scream. Well executed, Al. Next, Party in the CIA, the Miley Cyrus's Party in the USA. I am a huge Miley Cyrus fan. Not really for the same reason I'm a Taylor Swift fan, though this song will forever be a part of my classroom. We play this song all the time. Not the CIA version, the Party in the USA version. And usually by the time the kids are in third grade, they're rocking the Party in the CIA version. So we listen to this song all the time. And well done. And Party in the USA is a fantastic song, I would argue. Ringtone, which is like a don't stop me now Queen type. Start with a piano and Freddie and kind of build a, Queen theatricality. It's about buying the wrong ringtone, and it's so bad people are moving out of town and all that kind of stuff. Like completely ruined his life. Completely ruined his life. Maybe the weakest thing on here, which is it's still enjoyable. It's Queen inspired. Another Tattoo, which is Nothing on You, the B.O.B. and Bruno Mars song. And Al is both B.O.B. and Bruno Mars. He's both dropping bars and being Bruno Mars. He's singing. He's absolutely killing it on this song. Yeah, and it's about having another tattoo and how ridiculous some of these tattoos are. And like one of them, when there's a pause in the song, he's looking at his tattoo and trying to identify what it is. And there's like a pause and he's like, Ronald Reagan. I'm like, I don't know. It makes me laugh every time. All right. Pretty good. Next is If That Ain't Love, sort of a Hanson power pop light type song, the bop type thing. It's all the ridiculous stuff that he'll do for her. If That Ain't Love. Musically, it's kind of entertaining. It's just good pop music, which kind of falls in line with the majority of these other songs. Next, might have one of my favorite Weird Al lyrics of all time. It's Whatever You Like, T.I., only in this instance, the whatever you like is from somebody who's really poor. So we have like Top Ramen, and you can get anything you want at Walmart within reason. And what are some of the other references they make? He has his HBO comes from a cable that connects to his neighbor's house, stuff like that. But the best line in here, which probably was the source for it, I'm imagining, for the entire song, just inspired, is It's All About the Washingtons, which I think is outright genius. Because here in the States, our $1 bill has George Washington on it. So it's our 100 that has Benjamin. But it's all about the Washingtons, because that's how poor this guy is. I thought that was a funny line. And then the last song is Stop Forwarding That Crap to Me, about spam email or people just sending you stuff through email. Sort of like a Meatloaf type, theatrical drama, over the top type stuff with like a really upbeat, fast, sort of piano driven ending. But yeah, I think it's a fantastic album from start to finish. The weakest song is probably Ringtone. I don't think the commitment to the Queen vibe is maybe not strong enough. And he's already done Bohemian Rhapsody, right, as a polka. So I don't know. But it's not bad. It's just maybe the weakest thing on here. I love the Taylor Swift. I love the Miley Cyrus. The Doors thing is ridiculous. And CNR might be his best song ever. I mean, it's just absolutely fantastic. So where would I rank this among the other 12 that I've already done? I have it at number 1, people. Even though the one below it, Poodle Hat, has a Frank Zappa tribute. And like I said earlier, that's the reason I started this channel, Frank Zappa. And it is a fantastic tribute. And that is a fantastic album. From start to finish, I would say that Weird Al Yankovic's 13th album is his strongest. He killed it on this one. I'm going to argue he kills it on this one. Yeah. All right. That's all I got. This is a fantastic listen. I think I have one more left. I hope it's strong. There's no way it's better than this. That would be crazy. If it is, good on you, Al. Good on you. If not, it was a hell of a ride, Al. It was a hell of a ride. All right, that's all I got. I'm rambling. Subscribe, like, share, comment, do those things, and go listen to this album if you have any interest in Weird Al. It's really good. All right, peace. Talk to you later.